Hello everyone. As you all know, we have completed chapter number 4, rational number. After this, we are starting geometry part. So here, we are starting with chapter number 13, lines and angles. This is the very first module where we will learn the different type of angles. In our previous class, we had learned about the angles. What are angles? Then right angle, straight angle, and other things also. Okay. So now I am telling you the different types of angles. The first one is in that line is supplementary angle. So supplementary angle is two angles are said to be supplementary if the sum of their measures is 180 degree. What it mean? Suppose you are having two angles, angle A and angle B. The value of angle A is 75 degree and the value of B is 105 degree. Now if we find the sum, if we add, if the sum is 180 degree after adding, we say yes, these two angles are supplementary angle. It means one angle is supplement to other. 75 supplementary of 75 is 105 and the supplement of 105 is 75, so that their sum will give us 180 degree. So you have to remember that thing, that whenever two angles are given to us and if it is asking tell whether it is supplementary or not, so you have to just add, and if their sum is 180 degree, we say yes, these are the supplementary angle. Like here you can see I have mentioned angle A 75 degree and angle B 105 degree. So their sum, angle A plus angle B equals to 180 degree. In the same way, we have to study about complementary angles. So here the only difference is that the sum of their measures is 90 degree. So two angle such that their sum is 90 degree, like angle A 36 and angle B 54 degree. So when we add, we get as 90 degree. In the same way, suppose if one of the angle is 45 degree and the another one is also 45 degree, so that their sum will become 90 degree. These are also complementary angles. I can take in another way like 30 degree and 60 degree also I can take, because their sum is 90 degree. So we can say that 30 degree and 60 degree are also complementary angles. Is that clear? Now let's move further. Adjacent angles. Adjacent angles is again the different type of angle. In this we need the two angles. So what are the conditions for that? Two angles are said to be adjacent if they have three things, like they are having the common vertex, their one arm should be common, and other arms lying on opposite sides of the common arm. Okay, let me explain with this figure. All can see the figure here. Now in this figure, children, we can see two angles are formed. Look, this is one of the angle and this is another angle which I have marked. Now suppose if I am looking the first angle only, this one which I am highlighting. So this angle, for making this angle, the vertex which I am using is point O, and the arm, these are the two different arms, right? So, and for another angle, this angle, this is the another angle, this one. So for making this angle, I am using the vertex, the same vertex I am using, and this middle arm. What I mean to say, when I am making these two angle AOB and BOC, I need this vertex O. So it is having the same vertex, no issue in that. Now they are having the common arm, second point. This middle arm, this is needed for both the angles, when we are forming both the angles. So this ray or this arm is common. This is called common arm because it is required for making both the angles. And the third point is other arm. It means remaining two arm lie on opposite side of common arm. This is common arm, the middle one. So the remaining arm, you can see it is on opposite side. One is this side and one is this side. So it lying on the opposite side. If these three conditions are satisfied for two angles, we say the two angles are to be adjacent. So here now we can say about this figure. Same vertex. What is the same vertex for this figure? It is point O, because point O is the common vertex from where the both the angles are originated, the both the angles form. And this ray OB, it is the common arm. Common arm, its name is OB. And the opposite arm, the two different arm which is in opposite side is OA and OC, other arm, and they are always be in opposite side. So OA and OC. And if these three conditions are satisfied, then we say that angle AOB and angle BOC are adjacent angles. They are adjacent. They are nearest. Adjacent means nearest. And these three conditions must be satisfied for that. Let's move on next topic. It is linear pair of angles. Now we have learned what is adjacent angles. So if we are talking about two adjacent angles, so we say they form a linear pair when their non-common arm are opposite rays. Opposite rays means one should be in this direction and one should be in this direction. Totally opposite to each other. So if the condition is like that, like you can see in this figure, this angle and this angle is adjacent angle. You know why adjacent angle? Common vertex, common arm, and these two rays are non-common. So non-common arms, I said that in opposite direction. One is in right, one is in left. So if the condition is like that, then these two angles form linear pair. Got the point? Actually, the non-common arm always in opposite direction, but if they form a line, that's why they are called linear pair. Opposite line can be like that also, na? Like we have learned in the previous concept. Like here you can see the opposite rays is not forming the line, it is forming an angle. But if in this question the opposite line will be like this, then it become a linear pair. Please note the difference. So linear pair, when the two adjacent angle non-common arm form the opposite rays. One should be in right, one should be in left. So these two angle form linear pair. And there is one thing, that if this becomes a line and there is a common point, so we know the sum of these two angles, this and this angle, is 180 degree. Everyone knows this is a straight angle. So in the linear pair, when a ray stand on a line, the sum of two adjacent angle is 180 degree in the case of linear pair. Okay, remember this. Now the next topic is vertically opposite angles. Now what is vertically opposite angles? Two angles are called vertically opposite angle, a pair of vertically, because pair will form here if their arms, it means arms of the two angles form opposite rays. Suppose I am taking this side angle and this side. So the rays, what are the rays? This for this type angle and for this side angle, these are the rays. So do you think they are forming the opposite rays, the pair of opposite rays? This is one of the pair and this is another pair. So these angle are known as vertically opposite angle. So in this figure, if I mark the opposite angle, it will be angle 1 is opposite to angle 2. So I can write angle 1 and 2 are opposite in front of each other, vertically opposite. And angle 3, this I am marking as 3, and this angle 4. So, and one note from here you will get, children, that if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles so formed are equal. Suppose we are having these two lines intersecting to each other, and the angles formed, like this is 1 and 2, and these angles are 3 and 4. So in this way, when two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. We are saying vertically opposite angles are equal. So 1 is equal to 2. Angle 1 is equals to angle 2, and angle 3 equals to angle 4. It means the value will be same. Suppose if angle 2 is 54 degree, then angle 1 is also 54 degree, because of vertically opposite angles are equal. This is a theorem. There is a proof also exists in your book, but at your standard we will not do this. In further, in senior classes you will learn the proof. Okay, for now you have to just learn that in this case, when the two lines intersect, vertically opposite angles are always equal. Now there are certain important results. Just now I have discussed that if a ray stand on a line, suppose I am making this line, this is a line. Now a ray stand on this ray. There is one side arrow. So if a ray stand on a line, the sum of adjacent angle, you can see adjacent angle. So the sum of these adjacent angle will be 180 degree. Okay, always remember this point. It will help you in solving the question. Now the next is the sum of all angles formed on the same side of a line. So let me make a line. Now all the angles formed on a line at a given point. Suppose on this line I am taking this point. Now from this point I am making too many angles, but on the same side. Same side, upper side I am making. I can make lower side also, but at the same side. So now you can see so many angles are formed here. So the sum of all these angles will be 180 degree. I can make the figure like in this way also. Suppose this is the line, and I have to take one common point on this line. At this point, now I want to make so many angles, but on the same side. So I am making on the same side. At the lower side I am making. So I can make as many as I want. So what I mean to say, that the sum of all these angles form, these, whatever angle is formed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the sum of all these angles when we add, it will give us 180 degree. Now the next one, the sum of all angles around a point. I have this point. Now around this point, so all the line I am making, so many lines that passing through from this point. So around this point, you can see so many angles are formed. So the sum of all these angles when we add, do you think it is 360 degree? Yes, around a point, because it complete the round. So around this point, whatever angles are formed, the sum will be 360 degree. Remember this. On same side 180, but around a point it is 360 degree. This is called complete angle. Remember this. Now, after learning all these points, there is one note that you have to write all these definition along with figure in the notebook. The notebook is geometry notebook, where you have the one side lining page and one side plain page. Please go through each and every definition. Do a lot of practice. Thank you and have a nice day.